and take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew.
Alright folks, welcome back. Sandamtod here, doing a video. Surprise, surprise! Finally gonna get a pickups video together. First off, I shot a pawn shop video, and I had this lamp tilted up like this, and it was like so bright, you might be able to see, it's probably way too bright right now, that the whole video was all glared out and just looked like shit. So we're going to reshoot it, but we're not going to do that video right now because I shot that on Sunday evening and I'm pissed that the video didn't come out. So I'm going to shoot a different video and then we'll come back to that video. Alright. Got the stereo on shuffle, so who knows what the hell's going to come on. First off, I'd like to give a shout out to my good buddy Vidium on here. Sent me a package last month, and it was kind of timely because it was right around my birthday, so it almost became like a pseudo birthday gift. Vidium's one of the dudes that I've known the longest on here, and he's a great guy. It's still his great channel, and you should still go check him out. So, anyway, buddy, thanks a lot for this. I'm sorry it took so long to get this together, this video, but he sent me a Game Boy game and then a couple other goodies. We had talked a long time ago about the Turtles game on the original Game Boy, and he said he had a spare copy of it, but he wasn't sure where it was at, and if he found it, then he'd send it to me. And I think I ended up picking it up at a thrift store or something and wasn't sure that it was the same title or whatever, and turned out that it was. So he was like, well, I'll hunt around and find something else and send you that instead. And I was like, alright. So anyway, this is the stuff he sent. It's really kind of cool. First off, the game he sent me is Turtles 2 for the Game Boy, so that's even cooler. Now I have 1 and 2. This one was called Back from the Sewers for the original Game Boy, and I have not stuck this in yet, but I believe I played it on the emulator, and it was fun. I'm definitely a dude that would prefer to stick that in the Super Game Boy and play it on the TV rather than play it on the little handheld, but as long as there's that Game Boy adapter, you know, you're all good. So I love playing Game Boy games and stuff on the TV. And he sent me some other stuff here, and I'm going to get into it. This one thing's really cool, and I'm not sure where he got it because I don't remember seeing these up here. But he sent me a mushroom Mario that looks like a toad head keychain, and I'm going to hang it up with my other nice keychains that Mitch has sent me. Wasp Spray has sent me the Space Invader ones. There's a Mega Man one, and I've got a couple others that are kind of hidden. The Mega Man one's over there, but you may notice in the background too, I kind of rearranged a little bit of stuff. I kind of took those games that were the Nintendo games that were stacked here, and I kind of boxed them up for now. The boxes were starting to settle, and it was starting to kind of bulge out on the sides, and I didn't want them to start getting really crushed. But the Sega cases are all hard shell, so it's all good. You can have those stacked, and it's fine. So I went ahead and dug out my Sega Master System collection. That's actually looks like quite a few Master System games, but when you look in there, there's about 3 or 4 titles that I have 2 of. I know Rambo 3, Alien Syndrome, Rambo 3, and I'm trying to think, Rocky, I think. I have 2 of each of those. I think I bought a new one because I thought it was in better shape than the one that I had ran across before. You know, like it was a placeholder item, and then you bought another one. So that's why I have 2. I just never got them out of my collection. When I started putting them out there, I'm like, well, I got 2 of this and 2 of that. You can see the Rambos are in red, the name, so I know I have 2 of those. So, and I'm pretty much what I said, I think, is what I had 2 of. I'm not sure individually how many games I have, but I still think the hockey game there, Slapshot, on the Sega Master System is pretty cool. The cartridge actually has a blue label that looks like the regular maroon labels, but it's blue instead. So I thought that was kind of cool. Any little variant on something I think is really awesome. And there's some little stickers and stuff in here. Some little Pac-Man stickers and stuff. I've got some Pac-Man stickers and stuff that I've gotten over the years from guys that have sent me a few different things here and there, and I'm always appreciative when I get stuff. Like I said, thanks again, Vidium, for sending this. It's really cool. This is the thing that I'm not sure where he got it, but to me, this looks like it would be like a kid's meal, like a Burger King or McDonald's or something. Probably not McDonald's, but Burger King or Wendy's or something, or Hardee's, I don't know. But it looks like, well, I'll go ahead and show it. It's for the movie Wreck-It Ralph for Disney, but it's got your little drink cup over here to the side. It's got a hard plastic, the cup is hard plastic, and it's got a lid that snaps on it with Wreck-It Ralph on top, and it looks like this is where you would put your food or whatever, and this actually folds in, so I'm assuming maybe that would hold, you know, I don't know, something. But it looks to me, I looked on it and I couldn't, it does have a little fork and like cup on the bottom of it, so I assume that it is some kind of kids meal, but I just don't know where it's from because it doesn't say McDonald's or anything on it. But I think it's awesome, and I thought about maybe trying to find a little plush Wreck-It Ralph or something that could go in there. I thought that might be really cool. He also made me a Beat Sprite Wreck-It Ralph, which is pretty cool, and I'm going to keep that with it. But yeah, Vidium sent me that. It was a nice surprise, and it was right around my birthday. And actually, his birthday is... I want to say that I missed it. Sorry, buddy. Belated birthday if I didn't miss it, or if it happens to be your birthday today. Surprise! And, you know, if your birthday's not for a couple days, have a good one, man. His birthday's real close to mine. We're within a week of being the same age. I turned 38 this year, and I might look like I'm 48, but I turned 38, and he turned 38 like a week or so later, so it's pretty cool. So he sent me that stuff. I thought that was really awesome. I got that in the mail, and it was really cool. And so now I'm going to put that stuff back in the box really quick because I don't want this kids meal box to get damaged in any way. There we go. Sorry about that, but we don't want it to get damaged or anything. How's everybody doing? Been noticing different videos that we're out and about, watching some different people's videos and stuff. A lot of people have been on vacation. Some guys have gone to Vegas. I never seem to make it out of the city when I take a vacation. But I always plan to, so it's just one of those weird things. So, anyway, this past weekend they were having a sale like they do every holiday at Vintage Stock. And I picked up a few things. I had some ReBuy-itis. I bought 2 or 3 games that I already own again because I thought maybe it'd be in a little better shape, and they weren't that expensive. I actually went to 2 different stores. We're just going to do one store in this video, and then I'll do the other one a little bit later. And I still have to do the pawn shop video, so that'll give us a couple of pickup videos, and maybe they won't be so marathon long. I can make a marathon long, believe me, if you want me to make a marathon long. Well, actually, after about 2 or 3 hours. When I filmed that fucking, sorry for the obligatory use of the F word, when I filmed that question and answer I did for like my 200 or 300 subscribers, I think when I sat down, I did it all in one deal, and I think it was like 3 hours or something of filming, and that was probably the worst. After I did that, I was like, I'll never sit and film a video for that long again. I don't know why I keep screwing the cap back on this thing. I'm trying to get my vocal cords lubed up, so we're ready to roll. So out of all of this, I did pull 3 new games, but 2 of them were loose disc. But I'll explain when I get there. I haven't given up looking for certain titles on the Sega CD, but most of this is Sega CD stuff, by the way, too, which is kind of cool. But I haven't given up on it, but it just seems to be increasingly harder and harder to find the games complete, especially if they were in the cardboard boxes. And so I've taken to going through the big bins of loose discs at the vintage stocks and seeing if they have any Sega CD games that I don't own that are loose disc. So that's what I did. So I have 3 here that I got on 2 different sets of 3 for the buy 2 get 1 free, and then I have 1 extra one that I bought. When did I buy that? I think I bought it to replace a case. It's not a big deal. It is a rebuy. But I found a couple of loose disc ones. I went on to thecoverproject.net. They usually have some great art that I guess it's fan done. I don't know. But most of it looks pretty cool. For regular DVD cases and stuff, if you want to print them off and put your game in a case. And that's what I did with these. I just used regular DVD cases. But I found 2 loose disc Sega CD games. The first one being this one. I actually did a little bit of work and made this case art myself. But some of the on there is great. I mean, it's got a high dot per inch, ratio of about 300 DPI or whatever, and they're to size and scale. So most of them print really smooth. And since we have a color toner printer that's commercial grade at work, sometimes I can run off a couple of sleeves here and there, and I did run off about 5 or 6. I'll show the other ones in my other collection video that I ran off artwork for that I don't have out right this second. I know, doesn't it seem like I drag it out instead of just showing you the game? First one that I got, I'm actually thinking about redoing this case art, but I did make it. It's Sherlock Holmes, the Consulting Detective, Part 1. Sometimes it's hard to find good artwork from the original cases that you can use. This game did come with the instructions, so it wasn't totally loose disc, but as you can see, that maroon on the cover, I have it a lot darker than it is on the instruction booklet, so I'm thinking about redoing it and trying to match the instruction booklet in color a little more. But Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective, this has some FMV in it. It's kind of funny. I'm going to refilm something that I got kind of a kick out of. I'm not poking fun at the Sega at all. What it is I stuck some Sega CD games into my modded Xbox, and the FMV games are the ones that it has a problem with. But you know how on the Sega CD it'll have just a slight little pause or something, or maybe even a 1-second pause, and then it'll go into the next part. But when this gets to that point and it pauses, it does like this max headroom kind of stutter thing, and it's really pretty funny. So I'm going to refilm it with a couple of FMV games, and we'll see. But this is the original game. Volume 1. I think they wanted $2.99 for this, and it's in good shape. So that was $3.99, and then I found this one also for I think this one was $2.99, which is weird because I found 2 copies of this game in their like loose disc bin. And then they had another copy of it in their case that they had marked for like $6 or $7, and I found 2 copies of it in the exact same condition, loose disc, for $2.99 in their loose bin. So they must just have problem keeping track of their inventory or something. But I picked up the game Hook for the Sega CD. This is more case art from the cover project. This one I think I just printed straight up. And I did not find... this one did not have the directions. Most of the ones that I have that are loose disc like that, I do have the directions with them. I just don't have the box. And it's getting increasingly hard, like I said, to find boxes in decent condition that people aren't wanting, you know, your firstborn child for. So really, I've not given up, but I'm biding my time. Those are like my placeholder games, and if they're in DVD cases, that's fine, you know, for now. You know, the collector in me is like, no, we want everything in the original packaging, you know, but you can't always get what you want. You know that song? I don't even know if I have it. If I have it, I'll play it. No, I didn't load any Rolling Stones on here. Oh well. On to the next thing. I was looking through their Atari games, because sometimes you'll find a diamond in the rough, like those Halloween games. They've gotten a little better at looking and seeing what they have. But I found some different games that I thought were kind of novelty. Gremlins was one. The MASH game, Alien. You know, a few of those that I picked up that went for a little more, but I went in and got them anyway. Actually, I think I got Gremlins for $1.99, but most of them they mark $1.99. They had this one marked as an Atari 2600 game, even though it says it's not right on the front. But I went in and got it because it was $2. I might even actually have this game. I'm not sure because I've only got a few games for this system. And that's why I went in and got this, because I'm like, if I don't have it, I want to have it. But it's an Odyssey 2 game. And $1.99. It's got a Speedway, Spin Out, and Crypto Logic on it. And something makes me think that I had Crypto Logic already, so I don't know if it's on multiple carts or whether I already have this cartridge. But I'd like to get a few more Odyssey games. I think I only have about 4, and that one's maybe the 5th one. I thought about buying one of those carts where you have the little SD card thing that you slide in, and you know, you can load the ROMs on there and stuff, but that to me is like not as cool as having the original stuff either. So alright, so I have another buy two get one here, and then a rando. This one I picked up because really at these stores now it's starting to even get hard to find the cheap games to bogart the cases from. So I went and picked this one up for $2, even though I probably have about 5 copies of this now, loose disc with the instructions and everything, and that's NHL 94. This is one of the cheapest games. This one, and there's like some like college football something, I don't know, they go for like 99 cents or $1.99. And a lot of times if I see them and they're cheap and the cases are on the hinges and stuff, I go ahead and buy them just for the case. So I don't know when I actually picked that one up, but I stumbled across it, so I think I threw it in this bag. This is the buy two get one here. So let's get started. One of these is a new addition to our Sega CD collection, and it is actually complete, which is nice. Hook and Sherlock Holmes were new additions, but I didn't have them in the box. I think the Hook comes in like a double deal thing as well, with, I think it's like 3 ninjas or something. I have the other double deal that's got like Dracula and Frankenstein in it, but I don't have the one that has Hook in it, so I went ahead and got that. We'll go ahead and show the ones that I already have, and then we'll show the new one last. These I haven't taken out of the shrink wrap yet, but they aren't brand new, but they look really good shape, so I couldn't pass them up even though I already have them. And I've got 2 copies of this. I think maybe 2 I have for sure. Now I have 3. Prize Fighter for the Sega CD. Now, this is on the hinges. The cover is not... A lot of times you get a lot of scratching, or it'll be dull where it's gotten really scratched up over the years. But this case looks really new. I I also looked in the side, and you can see it's got the secondary tray in there that holds the second disc. That's a big deal to me because a lot of these will have the 2 discs, and they'll just have the second disc in there like a sleeve, and it's supposed to have that extra plastic tray in there that sits over the instruction book on the inside. I'll show you on a different one. Well, I'll just go ahead and open this one. It's not a big deal. It's not brand new. I'm sitting here trying to explain it when I could just show it to you. And those who own Sega CD probably already know. So, I mean, I don't know why I'm making a big deal out of it. But it looks in really good shape. And then when you open it up, hey, it's even got the foamer. Protective foam. And you have your one game over here in the original tray. And then you have your plastic tray that snaps in over here over the instruction book. So a lot of times it's hard to find them with that second tray. They're usually, like I said, in like a sleeve or something. So I went ahead and got it mainly because it does have the dual case, and it was $3. I was just like, oh well, I'll go ahead and get it. ReBuy-itis strikes again. Here's another one that I already have. I think I had 2 copies of this game, and then I think I did one trades video in my life, and that was kind of a nightmare. It wasn't a nightmare as far as dealing with people. Everybody was really nice and cool and everything. It was a nightmare for me because I didn't realize if I do a trades video, I got to send out like 7 or 8 packages. When you just respond to a trades video, you only have to send out 1. You know, so it's a little easier. But I think I traded this off, and then now I have another copy of it again, so I think this makes 2 in the collection. So right now I'm sitting at 2 prize fighters, I think 2 Earthworm gems, and I do have what's the other one this one twice now. That would be Ground Zero Texas. And this one also has the double tray in it and the protective foam thing. And I just hit myself in the nose with it. But it looks really cool. I mean, it's not scratched up. This almost is passable to me as being almost like they just pulled it out of the shrink wrap. You know? And then... So I went and got that, and then there was this, and you can tell this one, the cover is really kind of dingy and stuff. It's just because it's been out and scratched and used, and it's got a crack in it. I think this is the reason why I stuck that NHL in here, is because I was going to replace this front panel, but this is one I didn't have, and I wasn't even sure I didn't have it until I got home and looked through my stacks over there and was like, no, I don't have it. So this is one I didn't have. This is a brand new edition, and I'm not like, woo, but, you know, it's still cool, and I remember a lot of these guys from back in the day. It's Sega CD WWF Rage in the Cage. We got Randy Savage on here, Shawn Michaels, Ted DiBiase, Mr. Perfect, Bam Bam Bigelow, Bret Hart, Lex Luger, Razor Ramon, Undertaker, Big Boss Man, and then a bunch of guys I don't know. I'll know by name. I mean, I don't recall them. So anyway, those were my 3 Sega CD pickups. I think I paid for these 2 and got this one free. So I paid $8 and got that one for free. And then these, I think I paid like $5 or $6, and I got the cartridge free. And then this, I think I just happened to have here at the house, and I threw it in there because I was going to replace that front on that one. So I still have an extra cartridge, or not cartridge, case to fix a different one, because that one's actually not too bad. It's still on the hinges. It does have a crack, but it's on the hinges, so what are you going to do? Anyway, thanks for coming by, folks. Talk your ear off for a minute.